Hello and welcome to Theme Park Information. In today's show we'll be discussing some top tips to help you make the most out of your day at any theme park. Now tip number one is to pre-plan. Going to any theme park spontaneously puts the advantage massively in the theme park's favour. It means you're likely to pay more, spend less time on rides and spend more time queuing. So I highly recommend that you should pre-plan to go. That means you can look online for cheaper tickets, have a look for any vouchers, have a look to see what the weather is like and whether or not you need to wrap up or bust out the sun cream, whether or not there's traffic in your area or roadworks or anything like that and you need an alternative route. It also means you can bring food with you and have that all planned. It means you should hopefully arrive earlier, be able to get into the park in good time and have an idea of what to ride first, as hopefully you've beaten some people who haven't planned to the park. This can make a huge difference on busy days, but it's important just to do it normally as it will massively benefit you in the long run. It is also followed up by the fact that if you have pre-planned it, you could have decided what to do with food as well. Now food at theme parks isn't the important bit. Where you eat, what you eat isn't particularly important, it's what time you eat. So most people go for something to eat between the times of 12 and 2. That's a common feeding time, and that means there'll be queues for any food and any, shall we say, genteel rides after people have eaten. You don't want to go on an intense roller coaster with a full stomach. That's going to end very badly. You may do one of two options. You can either eat before these people at like 11, half 11, and that means you can go on the more genteel rides first and get those out of the way, and then before you know it, you're back on the intense stuff again. Or you can eat small amounts of food throughout the day. So for example, you can have like nachos, ice cream and such, and just keep yourself topped up and not have to have that huge meal. And if you've pre-planned, when you get to the car, you can have loads of sandwiches waiting for you and such, which is what I have done countless times when going to Fort Park. At the end of the day, just had loads of sandwiches. It can save time and money on your behalf and means you get to more rides in the day. Could be really beneficial. Talking of food and drink, we haven't discussed drink. Now, sadly, theme parks are notoriously expensive when it comes to buying anything from Fizzy Cola or Fanta or any like Ice Blast type drink there. There were two things you could do for it. Thing one, your captive audience, you could just accept it and just realise, well, we're only here for one day, we're just, bite the bullet. That isn't necessarily a bad option. Sometimes, there isn't anything you can really do. You can always bring water with you. That's never a bad thing. Or you could get exceptionally lucky and hope that the theme park has fountains which you can drink from. And no, I don't mean really cool little kind of theming fountains. I mean drinking fountains. Just don't want to see people like at the Alton Towers Lake just having a few like sips of crisp cold water. Nah. Pretty much. At Portaventura, for example, they are drinking fountains there. It's a hot place. Portaventura, it's in Spain. It's nice and sunny, so they have fountains there. They will save you bundles of time. It also means you can fill up your plastic drink bottle. There's also a chance as well that theme parks will have a free refill when you buy certain drinks. And that might be well worth paying the extra money for if you are going to drink those if it's a hot day. Now, moving on to queuing, and we all hate getting into a ride, the big ride, and there is a huge queue for it. There are a couple of tips with it of how to save for time. Thing one is you can always go on a single rider. This can still take a while, but can dramatically cut down the time you spend queuing if you have no qualms about riding with other people you don't know. It's a tiny bit like a cinema where you don't really interact with people on a roller coaster on the whole. So you might be able to get away with it. So for example, I've done it for Vortex. I had a massive normal queue for some reason. But a really short queue for a single rider, so I was on in 10 minutes instead of 45 minutes. Did it bother me that I didn't ride with my dad, for at the time? Not really. Get over that. So you can happily do that. It will dramatically save you time. Now obviously, you can always go for FastPass. They tend to cost a fair bit of money though, so it might not be worth going for all the time, but they can definitely benefit you if you buy them as a group. And that is if you're all there on a busy day and lots of rides have queues, such as like Smiler and Nemesis for example. If they both have an hour and a half queue and you want to go on both of them, you can buy them both in the same pack. for a certain sum of money, and that will save you a shed load of time. Instead of queuing for 3 hours for 2 rides, you can queue for like 40 minutes for 2 rides, or 20 minutes or such. It really can make a huge difference to your day and means you get the most out of it. Now, obviously, I'm not endorsing theme parks saying you should pay loads of money to go on said rides, but it is an option open to you. If you happen to be there for a couple of days, I would say you possibly want to give it a miss, as you're probably going to make the most out of it over the period of time you're there. Another top tip is to make the most out of any additional features theme parks have. Lots of theme parks have mini golf courses. They are great fun to use. If there's an uplift attraction, I would highly recommend going on that, such as Vertigo Oakwood. I'd highly recommend that. If there's any kind of additional feature such as a zoo, or if you're at Hershey's World, I've never been to Hershey's World, but there happens to be a full-on chocolate factory right next to it, which is free entry. I don't know how I know that, I just did. But that's like pretty amazing. You know, they're well worth making the most of your day, and you've not got anything to lose by going to them. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video. Please add any tips you think I've missed down below. I imagine I've missed a few, or ideas you have. Please like, comment and subscribe to Theme Park Information, and I'll catch you on the next video. Thank you for watching.